Welcome back, Portal Masters. SCL Matt here for another live unboxing of sorts. So I don't actually have a box here today, but I do have a bunch of stuff to show you. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes for sure. But Eric, Chaotic, welcome, welcome. Biggie John, Michaela, Tom, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you all here. It's been a while. It's been I feel like I skipped the entire month of January. I know we did a little bit at the beginning of January, the first week really, and then I was kind of gone. So, yeah, glad to have everybody here, and we'll see what's going on. So yeah, as Eric asked here, special auction for 5K? No, I don't have that in plans. But as Chaotic mentioned, yes, collection room tour. Um, that is what I have been promising for 5K subs here on YouTube, which we are very, very close. Like we will probably hit this week. So I really need to get on that and start filming some stuff with all the latest updates, which some of which you're going to see today. Like I said, just got some new stuff in, and yeah, got to make sure we get that up on the shelves before we record that video. But a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah, Tom, new changes coming in to the auctions in particular. Um, that is true. We the auctions will look a little bit different this week. I mean, it's going to be the same concept, same format. Um, there's just going to be more because we're experimenting with monthly auctions as opposed to weekly auctions. So we actually just had the one auction in January before I left for the retreat, and now it's already February. So here we go. I figured this is as good as time as any to experiment with this. So we got one in January, which was a normal auction. It wasn't an expanded auction like this is going to be. But here in February, we're just gonna have one auction. Um, well, one private, one public. So two auctions kind of. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot more items in those auctions than normal. And we'll release that preview video right after this live stream. So stick around for that. Um, but yeah, Conquer, Demeister, Nintendo Nerd, welcome, welcome. Astro Tom, man, we got two Toms in here now. DJ, Cordef, Mason, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you all here. Mason, you will quickly learn that I do not do well with favorites. I have a hard enough time picking my favorite character and my favorite game, much less my favorite villain song. So I couldn't I don't even know where to start with that one. Someday, maybe someday, I'll be able to give you complete lists of all my favorites of everything, but right now I can't. I legitimately don't know which songs go to which villains. Um, so we'll see how that goes. In any case, um, as the title says, we got some questionable customs, and I know you're always thrilled to see what other people have created. And it was interesting because it wasn't just one. Like that's usually what happens. We get like one, maybe two customs in these lots that I buy. People just experimenting and trying to learn how to paint and stuff. Um, this one went a little bit deeper. Let's see, 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I have 19 customs that we got out of this. Yeah. There's some special work in here. Some of them like feel like they have potential, but they're just not at that Earthen Avenger uh quality that I would like. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, I guess there's some good concepts, is what I'm saying. There's some good concepts. Maybe the execution could use some work. Here you go. Broccoli guy and Chill have the best thing. Chill Bill. There we go. Chill Bill has the best themes. There's one answer. Conquer got your first order. Nice. I'm glad it all arrived safely. Yes. Big thanks to Jillian. I mean, I used to ship these orders, but now that is all Jillian. She is amazing at what she does. Gaming Cool first non-starter pack Skylanders. So my intro to Skylanders was like I didn't even buy a starter pack technically. Um, although I did get the contents of the starter pack, I guess. But my first Skylanders purchase was a lot of Skylanders that I found on Craigslist. And I don't like, do people even still use Craigslist really? I don't know. But I found this local lot on Craigslist. I think it was like 25 bucks. Gave me like 12 figures, a portal in the first game. Um, so I, like I said, I'm pretty sure it included all the starter pack figures from SSA, and then like 9 or 10 other figures. So the one I distinctly remember because he was my favorite for a while was Flameslinger. And so I know he was included in there. I honestly don't remember who the other figures were even. But yeah. All right. Let's start get pay her more. Yes, Jillian will love to see this. Um, but I do give her regular raises. I don't think she's complaining too much. She's gonna stick around for a while. But yeah. Courtney, welcome back. Jinzo, I haven't seen you in a while either. I mean, I guess no one's seen me in a while for that matter, but glad to have you all here. All right. I don't even know where to start with these customs because some of them are just like, no, I did not rank these customs. So we're just going to kind of grab one and go. And see what you think about this. So one of the major problems with these customs, with most of these customs overall, is that they didn't thin their paints. So the paint is really thick on the figures, and in some cases it's still a little bit tacky and like sticky. And so sometimes they pick up fuzz and hair and all sorts of stuff. I think that's kind of highlighted on this one. But here we go. Here we go. The first figure we have here is a custom food fight. And I mean, you can see like the paint they definitely tried, but like the paint didn't cover all there. The feet down here didn't quite get painted. That's still the original green. But yeah, that's a like I said, they definitely tried. They definitely had something in mind. But I don't know. I don't know. So that's our first custom. We got a food fight. We'll set him aside for now. We can come back to him later if we need to, but Medion, new to the stream. Glad to have you here. Why is different colors in names? Wait, which colors are different? I haven't been noticing. I'm not sure what everybody's names I see here are in the same color. I'm not sure what color names you're talking about. Unless it looks different on your end. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting food fight. Doesn't really pop. I get it. I get it. It's blue fights. There you go. There you go. Try to give me yeah, you can give me names for all of these. We'll see what happens. Oh, yeah. Okay. If you're talking about the green names, yes, those folks are YouTube members. They're members of my channel. You can become a member too. I'm sure there's a button somewhere on the page. I actually don't know where it is on YouTube. Um, but yeah, yeah. Biggie John and Chaotic, they're both members of the channel, I know. Um, yeah, Martin is another. Welcome, Martin. Haven't seen you yet today. But yeah. Um, yeah, that those colors. Yep. Yeah. So the Jinzo, yeah, those are YouTube members. The YouTube membership program thing. I made it available because they made it available to me. So you're welcome to join and donate some cash if you want. But yeah, no, you're not going crazy. You're not going crazy. All right. Like I said, we have 19 customs to get through, so I'm gonna keep moving through some of these. And man, I don't know if you show some of the better ones first or some of the worst ones. Well, everybody's gonna have their own opinion. So I'm just gonna just keep grabbing these and see what you think. So here is a custom Pop Fizz. So once again, you can see already on the bottom of here, like the blue near the feet didn't get painted, but they really went all orange on this one, or actually orange and red. But then it gets worse as you get on the back because once again, like they didn't quite finish painting, which makes me sad. But what do you think? Do you want an orange Pop Fizz? Is that what you want? Yeah, orange Fanta, soda Pop Fizz. Yep. We're liking this one. Okay. Okay. So yeah, maybe they could have gone that route with a orange variant of a Pop Fizz. The Jinzo, the cheese is still there. It's just off to the side. Have, I feel like you've been here without the cheese. Like the cheese is over here. I just rotated my setup, but that was like, I don't know, that was probably a year ago now. Um, so yeah, it's never been in this background. It's always off to the side, and I rotated. Fake tan pop fizz. Astro Tom, there you go. I like that one. All right. Waffle, yes, that is a good find. 50 Canadian. I don't know exactly what that pans out to in US dollars, but still it's going to be cheap compared to the, $300 that they go for normally. So yeah, just for missing the feather, I'd take that for sure. All right. Tom likes the orange as well. Awesome. Cool. So orange pop fizz works out. Good to know. Well, what's up next here? How about a custom flash wing? Now this one's always going to be a bit tough just because Flashwing has the clear uh crystals in her wings, right? And unless you really know what you're doing when you're painting, you're going to cover that up, which they did. They did. But let me know what you think. What do we got? What do we got? Here's your custom Flashwing. The paint actually has a little bit of a sparkle to it. some of these do, not all of them, but this one in particular, there's definitely it's a little hard to see on camera, but it's actually like sparkly or glittery, glittery. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure about this color scheme altogether. Like ruby flashwing, diamond ooh, Eric, there you go. I like diamond armor. Sunburnt flashwing. Yeah, the blue doesn't look too bad. Contrast is terrible. Sure, sure. Yeah, like I said, these three colors together, I'm not sure that I like. Like, but yeah, like maybe could have gone with these wings and a different color on the body. Um, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, definitely not my favorite. Oh yeah, the Jinzo, the paint is super thick on all of these. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this was not professionally done. They were definitely just I I would assume kids painting figures. I actually don't know for sure if it was kids or if it was adults, but um yeah, the paint is super thick on all the figures for sure. So there's your custom flashwing. Steven, is it Aaron Rodgers coming back? I don't know, man. I don't know. That remains to be seen. Looks like someone drew on it with a pink marker. Yeah. I said from the beginning, these are some questionable customs. No doubt about that. All right. Um Actually here, the next two are kind of a pair. Now that I look at them. At least they attempted to make them a pair. So, we'll still show them one at a time here. We have a custom hex, series 1 hex. So we got like a gold and silver thing going on here for the most part. With the exception of the like her skin. So her face and actually the fingers too on both hands are kind of like a blue. But yeah, we got I guess Hex herself is all gold. The skull down here and the skull in the hand are silver, and then her face and fingers are blue. But it's all kind of shiny, a little bit more metallic sheen. So this is I think one of the better ones. Like it's still a little bit messy. Like some of the paint flows over and like you can see some paint on the base and stuff. But yeah, that one I think has a bit more like I like that one a little bit more. I possibly would have just stuck with gold and silver instead of trying to add the blue in there, but it's okay. It's not bad, especially since Hex does have that blue skin. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of people like this one. Black and gold would have been better. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. That definitely would have given a different look. Maybe a little bit too dark, but like I was saying, like this is kind of part of a pair. The strange part is like they don't quite match. But here's hijinks. So I'm not sure which one came first. Like I'm thinking maybe hijinks was the tester for the gold hex. Because like it's kind of the same pattern, except this isn't the same gold. It's more like a tan, a light brown, and like the face paint is a darker blue. So if we put them side by side here, like it's a little bit easier to see. Like it's not quite the same, but you can tell like they were definitely going for it. Yeah, toffee hijinks. There we go. That's kind of what it looks like. So I think this one probably came second, and this was kind of the test product for it. Um, so I definitely like how the second one turned out a lot more. Yeah, the bases are cool, Courtney. Yeah. So there you go. Hex and hijinks, custom. They tried something. They're not all horrible. All right. Imagine if they had all the hex with that theme. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Someone will have to try that out. Go gold and silver hex through the whole line. All right. Let's see what we got next. What we got next. Well, here, let's keep going with. I should have done these by game. That's what I should have done them by. I've done a lot of the giants, so let's get the rest of those out of the way. How about a Series 2 Cinder? Series 2 Cinder. I mean, this was a starter pack figure, obviously, and they definitely changed it up a bit. It's still kind of a purplish color. It's a much darker purple, a little more. I mean, it's almost blue, honestly. Actually, I wonder if it is blue and that's just how it turned out on the purple. Yeah, that could be too. In any case, it's a dark purplish blue with basically white wings, except I mean, as you would expect with white, it it got dirty very quickly. Um, so it's kind of got purple and blue and other colors from what it's rubbed up against on it. You like the blue Stormy Cinder? There you go. But yeah, then it's got like black highlights with the horns and end of the tail and the shackles on the legs. You can see that they're definitely painted black. And actually like the nails even, the claws are black as well. So, yeah, definitely a different look for our Cinder here. The Jinzo, no, we don't have any hot dogs. Not in this batch. We got two more from. Let me double check. Yeah, we got two more from Giants, and then we'll get into the other games. Ooh, Midnight Cinder. There we go. Yes, Courtney, definitely a good figure to practice on. I kind of wondered, like, most of these are more common figures. Like we got Series 2 Cinder, Series 1 Pop Fizz, Food Fight, even like Flash Wing. I mean, even Hex isn't that uncommon. Or isn't isn't that uncommon. Um she just breaks all the time. So yeah, actually a lot of these are fairly common figures. um so Tom, yeah, are these going into the auction? Some of them will be in the auction this week. I have obviously already made that determination because the preview video is done and will go up immediately after this live stream. But yeah, we do have I think I put 6 of these in the auction this week or this month, I guess. And I mean, we'll see how they do if they sell well. If people are interested in them at all, maybe I'll put another group of them in the auctions next month. So we'll see how it goes. But yes, there are some in this month's auction. All right. So next up, we have a custom Series 2 Stump Smash. Maybe a patriotic Stump Smash here with a very, very red, white, and blue theme going on. Once again, this feels like, I mean, honestly, this feels like something I could have done, right? Just very broad strokes, not a lot of detail necessarily. Just painted different areas, different colors. So yeah, the blue does not work. Smurf Smash. There we go. But yeah, like that. I mean, blue's not really going to work for many characters, especially not like a life character that's supposed to be a tree. We don't have blue trees. So yeah, the blue's not going to work here. At least not as a main color, maybe as a highlight color or something. But red, white, and blue for a life character, that's tough. I mean, think about it. Where do we get blue characters? Like magic characters, Pop Fizz, right? He's the first one that comes to mind. Pop Fizz. So like that makes sense. But as we get through some more of these, you'll see someone really like their blue paint. Yeah, blue could work, but not the bright blue. Yeah, I mean, you do see some blue in nature, but exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Like this is a tree. He's a tree. He's supposed to be made of wood, and that's not blue. So, yeah, 4th of July edition, Captain America Stump Smash. There you go. Wrecking Ball Stump Smash. Yeah. So you got the idea. You got the idea. But so there is a questionably custom Stump Smash. And then our final custom here from Giants is in fact a giant. So how do you feel about a custom hothead? This one even more than the others. Like I feel like, yeah, we're just throwing some paint on a thing. Like even where they started and stopped with some of the coloring doesn't quite make sense to me. Unless like this white, I'm not sure if they wanted that to be white or if it was just like a base layer that they put down and then never came back to paint again. Cold head. There you go. Yeah, like I think there's potential here, and you'll see a kind of similar color palette. I feel on another fire character that's coming up. But yeah, this one to me looks kind of unfinished. Yeah, exactly, Tom. Looks unfinished. Courtney, cool heads will prevail. There you go. I like it. Kind of like Weeruptor. I mean, not nearly as many colors as Weeruptor, but I can see where you're going. Polar hothead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. Not my favorite of the bunch by any means, but that is a custom hothead. All right. I think let's jump over to Spyro's Adventure. Or here. You want to see a piece of damage that I've never seen before? This was weird. So, little something missing here. But yeah, like I didn't even know you could pop him out of there like that. They just managed to cleanly remove Treadhead out of his little vehicle. So I feel like something needs to be done with this. Can someone else fit in here? Would like Pop Fizz or Food Fight or someone be able to fit in here? That'd be fun, I think. But I think they still might be a little bit too big for it. Ooh, maybe one of the minis. Do you think a mini would fit in there? I don't know. Anyway, that's not what you're here to see. All right. Customs. Back to the customs. We got 6 more from Spyro's Adventure. And then 5 more from other games. So we're almost halfway through. Almost halfway through. Speaking of that blue paint job that I was talking about, here is a custom drill sergeant. Very much of the blue variety. They went blue and silver on this one. But like I said, didn't quite cover up all the old paint. You can still see some of the like gold poking through there. They covered up most of the red pretty well. Well, except on the back a little bit. But yeah, how do you feel about a blue drill sergeant? Aiden kind of likes it. Kobe likes it. Chill sergeant. There you go. Tom kind of likes it. There you go. All right. So a little bit more love for this one than I expected. Similar to the blue Archaean mech. That's not a bad point. But yeah. I mean, he I believe Drill Sergeant does have an Archaean history, right? Turbo Drill Sergeant. Kobe, you would bid on him. Well, unfortunately, this one is not one I put up for auction this week, but I'll keep that in mind for future auctions. So there is your blue drill sergeant. All right. Then we have Stealth Elf. Custom Stealth Elf here. Think this was done by the same character or same person that did our Pop Fizz over there with the orange Pop Fizz. And I don't know if it's just because she's a life character that I don't like the color scheme, or like I just have I feel doing red, orange, and yellow all together doesn't typically work. Yeah, too much color. Yeah, I mean, they even left some of the green on there too, so that makes it even tougher. Like that makes it 4 colors if you don't include like the black and the white on the eyes. I mean, you're almost at 5 or 6 colors then. So I've noticed that with other characters too. Like unless you really have a good plan, they kind of stick to 2 colors, maybe 3. Um, but you like to get it right, like most of the extra colors are just like little highlights, little details. They're not full on like this is 3 colors trying to fighting for the first spot. Like they're all very prominent. So, yeah, not my favorite. Not my favorite by any means. Ember Stealth Elf. Yeah, kind of questionable. Wrong orange. Going for a cat character? I don't know. I don't know. Zero stealth. Yes. Tangerine Stealth Elf. Yeah, she's not blended in with, I mean, unless she's visiting a volcano or something, she's not really blending in with too much. Yeah. Reminds you of your old customs. Ooh, do you have pictures, Aiden? Should send them over. But yeah. Um yeah. I'm glad you guys agree. I don't really think this one works that well either. But like I said, I think some of these could have been early attempts because some of them are definitely better than others. I my wife and I were discussing it, and we kind of feel maybe there were two different people that painted these because they kind of have different styles and different techniques. Um, and it feels like yeah, maybe an older sibling and younger sibling, and the younger sibling just wanted to try painting and threw a bunch of paint on there. But we'll see. We'll see. All right. So we have another Spyro's Adventure figure. How about a custom Whirlwind? As you all know, Whirlwind has a few variants already, but what do you feel about this one? Like, this one works a little bit better. Once again, I understand the execution of it, like the paint is still a little too thick. But this is getting closer, right? Like I think this is a color scheme that could actually work. So technically, once again, we there are like 4 or 5 colors on here, but only two main colors. You got the pink and the purple, and then like that fades nicely into the blue eyes. Then right. So this one, I do feel like has potential. It could work, and like they even got a few details in there, like on the tail, and they got the horns up the back, painted those just right. Like this one actually works. Mason doesn't like it. A lot of other folks seem to though, or at least on the borderline. Ooh, evilized whirlwind. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. Evilized whirlwind. That's exactly what this is. Has to be. But yeah. So that's whirlwind. Uh, berry variety gummy savers. Yep. Gummy whirlwind. I get it. Yep. Bright berry. Sure, sure. Heinz Doofenshmirtz loves these figures. That's what I like to hear. All right. So one last look at Evilized. That's why Doofenshmirtz like it. Evilized for sure. All right, 3 more. We got. How about a Trigger Happy? Like I said, these are some of the more common characters. Maybe they were like all their duplicate figures. They just decided, yeah, we're gonna paint these. That's definitely a good way to go about it. Um, yeah, Courtney. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could have there could have been another level of technique put into these figures, but I just don't think they were there yet. This is just like um their introduction into painting customs. I'd be curious to know if these folks who made these um if they went on to make more customs, whether it be other Skylanders or just other figures, and see if they got better at their painting because I think they definitely had some potential. At least they were willing to try more than I've ever done. All right. So, how about a trigger happy? How do we feel about this one? I I for me, I think it's too dark. Like so the guns are definitely black. The body and the tongue are very dark blue with the red face then. So like it I don't know. It yeah, not feeling the red. That one's just a no. It's yeah, it doesn't quite work. It doesn't quite work. But hey, if you're just testing paint on a Skylander, Trigger Happy is a good one to do it on. So There you go. All right. Let's see if we can find something better here. How about a custom Zap? Series 1 Zap. What do we think of this? Now, this one bothers me a little bit just because it looks like they didn't quite finish or some of the paint came off. Like you can definitely see some green yet on the fins. But I kind of like where they were going with it. Like this is kind of like a stealth Zap with the exception of his horns. Like I'm not entirely sure. Like that effect kind of looks like that was intentional. Like they didn't want them completely red. They wanted like red streaks or red swirls. Um, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like blood or if that's just like blood in his veins type of thing or what's going on there. But I kind of like it. So yeah, yeah. Yeah, red is a bit iffy, but like concept of a dark Zap. Yep. Camo Zap. Ideas there, but just not the greatest technique. I can agree with that for sure. Dark Zap is epic. Zap is okay. Yeah, a little bit mixed reaction here, and I get it. I get it. Like I want to like this one, but it's not quite there. Not quite there. Mysticat loving them though. There we go. All right. So weird custom Zap. We'll see. Maybe someone can clean this one up. I don't know how easy that would be to do. If you have to like strip it all off and then try again. But all right, final one from Spyro's Adventure. Um, I'm just not even going to say anything about it. I'll get your input first, and then see what's going on. So here is a custom Flame Slinger. But yeah, I'm just gonna give it a quick spin here. Let's see if I can get some of your feedback first before I dive into it. Snow Slinger, Ice Slinger. Yep, yep. Definitely headed in that direction. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I thought too. This one's not that bad. And yeah, I can see what they're going for and all that. Um Chill's brother, maybe, maybe. DJ, I I won't give it to you, but Zap is one I do have up for auction this week. So stay tuned on Friday. Come back for the auctions. You can check that out. But yeah, like I kind of like this one. I mean, it needs to be cleaned up a bit. Like you can still see some of the red on the where is it? On the undersides of his bandana there or the blindfold. Um and some orange or red on the arrow there. Um but I like the idea of going kind of the opposite, like ice or something like that. And this one, very much like the which was the other sparkly one? Oh, the food fight that we started off, and the Flashwing. Like all the paint they used for this one was very. I mean, I don't know if it's actually glitter or if it's just like the glitter's in the paint, but it's very sparkly. And I don't know if that comes through on the camera so well, but it's very sparkly, honestly. Like all of the paint they used. So it gives it even more of that ice vibe. But yeah, that's something to keep your eye on. Good blend of colors, sure. So yeah, we got that. All right, we got what? 5 customs left, and then 3 other things I want to show you that I think are going in my collection. Or well, two of the 3 are. All right, so moving on, I guess to Swap Force would be next. We have one core figure, actually a light core figure. This one too feels like kind of a predecessor to that Flame Slinger, maybe. It's reminiscent of the Drill Sergeant. But here's like a blue and silver light core Star Strike. So unfortunately, I don't like this one as much because like it's just too solid. Like it removed all the detail from her dress, right? Um, it just makes it too plain. Yeah, they made it really flat. Yeah, the silver on the fans looks cool. She looks like Elsa. Elsa Star Strike. Yeah. I mean I can see that to some extent. Um but like I said, I think it just it removed all the detail that was there that made Star Strike special, I feel. Because she had more detail than most characters to begin with, and then they just got rid of all of it. So not quite my favorite there. Yeah, too many solid colors, exactly. So we'll pass on that one. And then, all right. An interesting take on some actual swappers. How about a Spy Rise custom? Not one I've seen before. So from what I can tell, the chest here and the armor, that like purple armor, yeah, I guess it's purple, isn't painted. And then everything else, they kind of went with like a matte black. And I kind of like it. Like I really want to like this. It's like it really put the spy in Spy Rise. And then I mean the red on the weapon, cool, nice touch. But yeah, like I think I might be okay with this one. Stealth Spy Rise, there you go. So yeah, it's definitely different, and it's a little bit weird that they only like customized half of it. But yeah, that's an interesting take on it. But I'm not sure which one of these came first once again. But they either took this idea and went to the next one or took the other one and went to this one. With a custom freeze blade. So once again, they took that matte black and this time they even covered the water on the base. And like all of this and then added some gray or maybe silver. It's not really that shiny. It's more gray. It's flat. Um, and then I don't know. I think they did paint the body on this one. Yeah. So yeah, they painted it either that blue or purple again. I think it once again. I think that may actually be blue, but they painted like on top of purple, so it's like it turned out almost like a dark purple or very dark blue. Looks like ET. Yeah, do not like the base. Interesting. I mean, yeah, when you know it's supposed to be water, the black doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Or even ice, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Google dark mode. Yeah. Eyes are a bit rough. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the technique on all of these is going to be a little bit rough. I don't mind the color for the eyes though. I mean, it works with the rest of what they put on there. but like a nice gradient would have been good, I think. Skating on tar. All right, one last swapper. This might be my favorite one of the swappers. It's a shame that like it's actually started to chip off already. But say hello to Holly Jolly Grilla Drilla. So they definitely knew what they were going for here. Like it's your holiday variant, it's your Christmas variant, red and green color scheme. I mean, he's even got the beard, right? not going for this one. Does anybody like this one? Like I said, I don't know that Grilla Drilla is the best candidate for um for a holiday variant, but I think it was well done for what they had to work with. Wait, you wish the face was painted? Well, what color would you paint the face? Like, there's not that much face showing. Although I guess they did paint his arms. So that's kind of weird. Not feeling it. Seems like a variant that could have been real. Yeah. Jingle Bell Grilla Drilla. There you go. There you go. Fen likes it. Kobe likes it. Should have done red and white. Maybe, except like, unless you reverse it. Like, are you saying make the green white? Because then the beard would get lost, and I don't think I'd like that. Mistletoe Grilla Drilla. Like the colors a lot better. Yeah, I mean, like this feels like one of the pre-made color schemes from Imaginators, right? You could get that like holiday color scheme, and it would just make it green, red, and white. Santa Drilla. Yeah, Tom. I think that's the best answer. Is probably should have used a different Skylander. Like, there's a reason we didn't get a holiday version of Grilla Drilla, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Like I said though, like it is already like the paint is chipping off here, which is unfortunate. And like all of them, the paint is way too thick and it's still a little bit tacky. So, but that is your custom Grilla Drilla there. We got one more custom to go. Kind of falls in line. It feels like this was the next step in the Spy Rise Freeze Blade lane. We got a custom gear shift. So it does take away some of the detail of gear shift. And like the paint on this ring is really thick. But it kind of works. Kind of works. Fear shift. Yeah, Courtney, you want to try a few customs now? Go for it. Go for it. But yeah, I was trying to remember. Does she normally have red eyes? Like even if she does normally have them, they really pop here. But yeah, black and gray, black and silver, red eyes. It's like evil robot, right? Like the matte metal color. Biggie John kind of likes it. If the eyes were red, it'd be Terminator. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't think this one's that bad either. So yeah, could use a few touch ups here and there, but it works. It works. Dark gear shift. Yep. So there you go. That's the final custom. Wish they would have kept the Tritanium the original color. I think that little would have looked weird though. Like, I know that's what they did for all of their customs that year, their variants that year. They never messed with the weapons, which I mean makes sense, but I think it would have looked weird with those with that color scheme. All right, so three more things I want to show off. Here's the first one. I just because it's a recent acquisition, and I know some people will be interested in it. Want to let you know I got another Snowbright Stormblade, and this figure is it's just so pretty. And I don't always get them out of the box because I always yell at people when they take them out of the box. Um, but then you never get to see this, and like this, I mean, that is just so pretty. But yeah, so this isn't up for auction this month, but it will be coming up for auction most likely next month then. Um, yeah, is Snowbright a Chase variant? Yes, she is. Yeah, unfortunately, this was the employee exclusive this year, so it yeah, employee exclusives were pretty much always Chase variants. I don't want to make that a definite statement because in case I'm forgetting something, but to my knowledge right now, to what I can think of, they were always Chase variants. Just because I mean, if they made an in-game variant employee exclusive, whew, that would make a lot of people mad. Um. So yeah, we got a out of box Snowbright Stormblade here. And yeah, I just love showing this off because not everybody gets to see this, and that's what needs to be shown off there. So I love this variant though, so good. All right, the second thing, the last two things that I have are going into my personal collection. So while I was on vacation, someone pointed out to me that there was an auction that included something that I have been on the hunt for a while. So I made sure I set an alarm for when the auction was ending just to make sure I could get my hands on these. So you may have seen this before. This is that Skylanders art book, the Art of Skylanders Swap Force, that Vicarious Visions released, and I had acquired that one a few months ago, right? Well, first of all, now that means I have two. So one of these will be up for sale eventually. But included with that was Clutch, the second book. This is the Art of Skylanders Superchargers. Yes, I got the other one. Finally. So I haven't even fully looked through this book yet, but I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. So here, we'll just open to some random pages. I don't even have favorite pages yet because I haven't looked at it yet. But like, you get all sorts of cool stuff in here. All sorts of early drawings and concepts or actually no, I know shoot, I don't know what page it's on. My wife was flipping through this and showed me a few pictures that she really liked. I was going to show you those, but I don't know offhand where they are in the book. So we'll just give you a few more random pages. But some chaos drawings there. Various things they try to do with him. I'm not sure why he's like collecting Easter eggs. Let's see, get some other. What else is in here? Oh, that's it. Okay. If you remember some of the like mini games that were in there, looks like this was early concepts for some of that. What else we got in here? I don't know. Like I said, just some random shots here. So all sorts of good goodies in this book, and I just love the idea that they put these out. I wish they would have put them out for all the games, but I guess that's one thing Vicarious Visions did right. But unfortunately, like they only release these to employees. Well, it's kind of employee edition books, right? There's no barcode on them. They were never sold publicly, so they're really hard to get your hands on. Price. So, like I said, I don't see these come out very often. Yeah, Chaotic knows they're definitely hard to get and they're not cheap. So I believe I paid just over $300 for the pair. So, yeah, it was so like $150 a book. Like it's not cheap, not cheap at all. But the good news is I have my hands on them now, and very very happy to see. Is it development art or custom artwork? Yeah, it's some development stuff. It there's various pieces that show like where a character started and how it got to its final stages. Actually, here, let me see if they do that in this book some more. They really did that in the first book, I know. Yeah, this is probably here. This is a good example. But like they kind of go through different forms of roller brawl and different things she could be, and you see all the different how they experiment with the different headpieces and different skates and different helmets, and they have like the 3D print, and then they get to the final figures and stuff. And like they'll do that for I didn't even think about that. They have to do that for most of the vehicles in this one too. But like see the various stages that they went through for the soda skimmer. And I mean, honestly, some of those became upgrades then to the vehicles. A couple different options for Pop Fizz there, trying to get him right. But I mean, ooh, yeah. Even this thing down here, like that's nowhere near what the soda skimmer turned out to be. But yeah, they definitely stuff like that. Yeah, chaotic. It's not a bad price. Yeah, pricey but not crazy for unreleased collector's item. Exactly. Like, and that's why I was willing to pay it. Like this is there's not a lot of pieces that I see it and it's like I need that in my collection. That is something I absolutely want at all costs. I mean, so my pricing was kind of I didn't necessarily have a cap. Like I was just going to pay to get them. And yeah, it turned out it was more than I expected to pay. Just given the circumstances, but yeah. So yeah, like I said, I now have both Clutch and Strata. So I have my two books, but I have a extra Strata book. So that will be going up for sale at some point. I mean, that would definitely be an auction item. We'll try to make a big to do about it so you know that it's coming. But yes, yeah, all the development art from Vicarious Visions. There you go. Hot dog guy. Yes, I do now ship to the UK. We currently ship to the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. And now coming in February, since we hit a new month, I will definitely be adding Spain was at the top of the list that was requested. So we'll be adding Spain this month, and more countries to come. Like I said, I'll be adding at least one every month. But we'll see what we can do. Is there a publisher mentioned? Like I almost feel like it was done like in-house or maybe even like a print on demand type of thing. But yeah, I'm not seeing like there's no credits page in the front like there normally would be. And that's what I'm saying. Like this is just something they printed and handed out internally. So I'm not seeing any publisher front or back. Well, I mean, Activision Publishing. Yeah, it's Activision Publishing. So yeah, it's just something they did internally. I guess Activision helped them out with at some point. Tom, you still need Strata? Well, it'll be coming up for auction. It'll be coming up for auction for sure. Why do the books have weird names? So I can't confirm this for sure. I've assumed that these were kind of their code names for the games early on, probably. Like I'm not entirely sure. Like Strata, I mean, like it kind of feels to me like clouds, and maybe it was just a reference to Skylanders in general. Because this book actually goes on to tell you like they started working on Swap Force before Spyro's Adventure was even released. Like they basically started working on it at the same time. And so like I don't think they even fully had the idea of swappers in the beginning. And it kind of walks you through that. And I mean, clutch could be a reference to the vehicles if they knew that's what they wanted to do. So I mean, just using it as a code name for that, for early project name, that's my best guess. Is that like internally that's what they were referencing the games as, and so they call them Clutch and Strata. But yeah, I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Cool, dude. More info for the giveaway for Super Saturday. Not at this time. Not at this time. I'm holding that closely for now. More information to come on Super Saturday. But for those of you who have not read the newsletter yet, or for those of you who are not subscribed to the newsletter yet, well, one, you should probably subscribe to the newsletter. You can do so over here at skylanderscharacterlist.com/newsletter. Go check that out. Got a lot of good stuff in there every week. Once a week, every Tuesday, it'll have the upcoming week's calendar, all the events, and big news. Like, yeah, on February 11th, so it's like a little under 2 weeks from now, we're having a Super Saturday to celebrate the 10th anniversary of SCL. We've been celebrating 10 years of Spyro's Adventure, 10 years of Giants. Now it's my turn. 10 years of SCL, Skylanders character list. So we're going to do that. And that'll be a Super Saturday on the 11th, including many giveaways as usual. So go check that out. And we'll get this all done. Which is my favorite Happy Meal toy? Yeah, Chompy is absolutely my favorite. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's like 1, 2, 3. There's a few more back there. 4. I have a whole Chompy army. There's 5. I think there's a sixth one around there somewhere. Can't find him right now. But yeah, Chompy is absolutely the best. Look in your promotions box. Are you talking about the email or what? I don't have a promotions box. I got rid of that thing. All right. So, final item that I have picked up recently This is also being added to my collection. I just picked this up from, actually, I was down in Louisiana on my way home from Florida, on my way home from my most recent trip from vacation, because everybody knows I go down to Disney on my vacations. Um, but on the way home, I like to stop and pick up some Skylanders because that's what I do. Most of these Skylanders go into the shop for you, but got one that's going into my collection. I've never had my hands on this one personally, and I am very thankful to have it in my collection now. Even though it is out of box, but at this point, I'll take it. I'll take it out of box. That's fine. But I got myself a pink Barbella. This is one of those things that, yeah, I prefer not to ship it, especially after the catastrophe I had with Clear Starcast. I got damaged in shipment. Like, nope, I'm picking this up. I mean, granted, I picked it up along with a near complete collection that will be going into the shop this week. But this pink Barbella is staying with me. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's the last thing I have to show off. That is sticking around with me. All right. But that's it. Could I suggest the best place to get lots of Skylanders? I mean, you could go to my shop. That's certainly one place. You can go there by going to sclcollectibles.com. That'll take you directly to the shop if you want. Shop updates every Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time. You can check it out there. If you don't want to go to my shop, if you just want to buy lots, I mean, honestly, I buy a lot of stuff off of eBay, but I like that's honestly where I find most of my deals nowadays. Go to eBay. It takes some time and energy to sift through all the junk that's on there, but yeah, that's it. That's where you go. Yeah, it's going to be another giant shop update for sure. For sure. Chaotic, have a good day. Courtney, I was thinking about that. I think Orange Chain Reaction is now the only Imaginators variant I don't have. And what's even worse is that I had it at one point and sold it. I'm still not happy about that one. And that's why I will never be selling Skylanders from my collection ever again. So, yeah, not thrilled. I'm having a hard time getting him back, but who do you think the most popular elite and least common? Most popular is it's probably Spyro, just for his namesake. Or maybe Ghost Roaster, but probably Spyro yet. Least common. Wait, least common or least popular? Yeah, I mean, if we're going okay, most popular and least common, yeah, I'd probably say something like Spyro, because the first wave is definitely a little bit harder to find than the second wave. So that makes them less common. And then popularity, I mean, it's really which characters you care about. So I mean, Spyro's up there. The Whirlwind has always done pretty well. But nowadays I feel like all of them are getting more and more expensive. Yeah, Courtney, no worries. No worries. I got the auction video coming up for sure. Chatterbug, yes, you did miss everything. Can Rebel Loud Goblin be loaded onto any light rocket trap? No. It's a special trap. It is a special trap. So only the ones that were preloaded with Rebel Lobgoblin can ever have Rebel Lobgoblin in them. Like you can put other characters in it, and then when you put Lobgoblin back in, it will appear as Rebel Lobgoblin, but you need the special trap. And that's why I have them I have them listed separately on my site, because they are separate, distinct traps. All right. I think that's about it. Tom, I would love a boxed orange chain reaction. We might have to talk. We'll see. All right. Yeah, Mercari and eBay, great places to shop. I finally got Spotlight Blackout. Nice. Nicely done. Courtney, if you can't get rid of elites, maybe we should talk as well. I have trouble holding on to them. So let me know. All right. That's all I got for this video, this live stream. This week is going to feel fairly normal. We're back on a regular schedule. So we got the auction update video coming out right after this. We got the private auctions then on Thursday, public auctions on Friday. Keep in mind, this is the only auctions for the entire month of February, but there will be larger auctions. So, I mean, we're so close, I'll spoil it right now. There will be 10 items in the private auctions and 25 items in the public auctions. So definitely increased volume. We're going to see how that goes. And then the shop update on Saturday, which once again, as I was saying, it's going to be quite sizable. So big week here at SCL as we close in on our 10-year anniversary. Thank you all for hanging out. Hope to hear from you soon. And we'll see you later in the week. Bye.